Good morning. It's Wednesday, September 25th. And I want to talk about Israel. I've talked about them many, many times in the past. And I'm seriously worried right now because they are being seriously attacked on all four fronts, it seems to me. Now, Israel launched an intense barrage of airstrikes across Lebanon on Monday that killed nearly 500 people and wounded 1,600 others. Now, the single-day death toll made it the deadliest 24 hours in Lebanon since 2006. And Israel and Hezbollah, not Hamas this time, Hezbollah, have been fighting for a long, long time. But now the two have ramped up their cross-border attacks on each other since the war in Gaza began. And over the past week, Israel's escalated attacks on Hezbollah have again raised fears of a wider war in the Middle East. Now, Hezbollah has warned it's not going to stop. It's going to continue striking Israeli targets as long as the war in Gaza goes on. And it doesn't look to me like Netanyahu is about to stop the war in Gaza because of what Hezbollah wants. And Israel has not ruled out a ground invasion. Imagine, Israel is considering invading Lebanon on the ground. Israel's a country of 7 million Jews and 2 million others. And I don't dispute the fact that everybody is loyal. But it's a tiny country. They can't afford to go on battling everybody. And Iran recognizes that, of course, because Iran is the kingpin in that region for all of Israel's enemies. And Iran has warned Israel of dangerous consequences following the latest wave of strikes. Now, I am terrified. And, well, today maybe terrified is too strong a word, but I'm seriously worried about the conditions surrounding Israel. They're alone in that region. They came close to partnering some agreement with Saudi Arabia. But when that was happening, then October 7th happened, and all of those steps that had been taken seemed to have disappeared. Because Saudi Arabia hasn't stepped up to say anything in this entire conflict that I know of to help Israel. So how is this small nation going to survive for many more centuries if they are continually fighting with their neighbors? And their neighbors hate them. They want them out of there. And why? Just because they're Jews. There's no other reason. Israel has proved to the rest of the world that they are willing to contribute to the well-being of others. Many, many times they have stepped forward and produced a product for the rest of the world. But the rest of the world is not rushing to their aid in this terrible situation. And I look at this and I see the United States as a major supporter of Israel. But how long can the United States and maybe several other countries continue to support Israel under these terrible conditions. Peace has to be arrived at, or this little nation is going to be seriously affected, if it isn't seriously affected right now. Because you have a major portion of the population fighting and doing two things: fighting the wars that are going on and then going to their civilian job. How long can that go on? I fear for the destruction of this little country. And I tell you something, the rest of the world is against them. Not all of the rest of the world, but I would say 75% of the world is against Israel. And why? Because they're Jews. And it doesn't matter how much they contribute. Those things are overlooked by their enemies, by those who have built-in hatred. And I am willing to bet you that 3/4 of the world has never met a Jew face to face. And this anti-Semitism is on the rise all over. But I'm looking at this war in Lebanon and Israel as a terrible, terrible situation. And I don't know how it could end. But I think that the rest of the world and those people who could help should step forward and help resolve this situation. Because I don't believe that Israel can continue to fight for years and years to come. This is a dire situation with Netanyahu right in the middle of it, and he really has a personal situation that he has to maintain his leadership or he will be in jail. So this is a gigantic, I have no better word for it than mishmash that's going on over there. And serious situation. Lives at stake every single day. And I think I have said enough already. Have a great day. Bye.